Hi, so this is Monday 10th. Trade recap. Took one trade on the day, took a loss today. Quite a lot to speak about. Mostly, a lot of it's psychological more than anything like model wise, but we'll go through. Start off open session 8 a.m. Sorry if I sniff, by the way, I'm so ill. All right. Session opens and we mark out previous session high, and then when we marked it out, like these were all just so like relatively equal that we kind of just ignored them, but we still took this as valid, which is kind of wrong. Like they've been hit, so because they've already been hit, like you just move on. But we ended up taking this as a sweep of liquidity here, taking out all of these relative equal highs. Formed a 3-minute inversion here, a 3-minute fair value gap, sorry, which we looked to get inversed, and so off of this candle here, literally perfectly inversed there. So that goes to an inverse fair value gap, and so then we enter short off of that, targeting this 4-hour from that Tokyo session. Probably here. With stop losses at the previous swing high. But as you can see, it's just got bump fucked. Literally straight up. A dreadful trade. Ended up risking 2.5% on this one as well. Because previous session high hit. So the model was fine, but then the reason why the risk is based on is off of higher time frame and bias. And so for today, we took a bearish bias, and this was because you can clearly see it was wrong. But I think one of the reasons we took a bearish bias was because here you have this huge move up in Tokyo, and I guess can be for macro reasons. It is for macro reasons, but it's like then taking a bearish bias because you think it has to retrace. I think I need to stop doing that. Like if it's retracing, it's retracing. I can't predict a retrace, but I think if it's constantly delivering from buy side, from sell side, I don't know what the terminology is. But if it's constantly going up and respecting bullish fair value gaps and disrespecting bearish fair value gaps from all this price action over here, then there's no reason to say it's flipping now, because it could flip now, it could flip in an hour, it could flip in 3, could flip in a day. So I think from now on, I just need to start looking and just thinking it's going up. Let's say it's still going to go up, and stop always looking for a retrace. And so because of that, it bumped up from risking 1% to 2%. And then also, I can't remember what, I think, oh yeah, also, which was completely wrong, saying it's in a PD array when it's at the top of a swing high doesn't mean it is, and you need to wait for it to go to a discount to then be in a PD array, or a premium to then be in a PD array, not whilst it's going down. And so that was just wrong on my part. So I ended up risking 2.5% of both my funded and live accounts when it should have been 1%, and it shouldn't have been that bad. And if it was 1%, it would have been fine. But the fact that it was such a star setup when it's not, just utterly killed my confidence in this model. Like I feel like I've been taking too many losses recently, and then the only winning trades last week were like on Monday. So I'm on a week, and it's just fucking dreadful. That probably took a toll, and then it's turned into like, is gold the right one to target? Is gold the right one to trade? Should we move over and trade NASDAQ? All of this stuff. So we started looking at NASDAQ trades. To be honest, this actually would have played out quite well. I was here. High time frame, 4-hour fair value gap here, 1-hour fair value gap here. Tapped into, and I sort of just said to Tom, look for a, I can't remember why. Here, previous session high was here for London session. Here, you just take it like here, and then it opened, and then it shot up, and so I was like, oh, in higher time frame, fair value gaps, bearish, could look for reversal down, looked for the closure below, and then would have entered here with a 1-to-1 targeting previous session low, 1 hour and a 4-hour fair value gap. So that would have hit. went up. So that would have been a really good trade. That's like a proper sniper, like that would have been good. But ended up not taking that because can't remember why I didn't take it. What time did that close? Oh, I wasn't trading then. I think I left at like 4 o'clock. Just stopped. I don't know. Anyway, that was that. But I need to get better at like looking for like SMTs between these two. But we started trying to, like, me and Lucas started talking about moving across to NQ. But I think if we just stick to gold, like, it can work. It's just, it seems so hard because if we trade a reversal model off of constantly going up, it's like, what do we do? How do we catch moves if everything's just continuation? And I guess here, I actually looked at taking this trade here. I'm glad I didn't because it would have failed. But just swept buy sell liquidity from this freaking session ages ago. Don't even know why. I marked that out. Probably because I hit it. And then got like a V off of it. Inversion somewhere here. And then I remember looking for a short in this, but it never actually fully inversed. I think it was in the 1 hour. Yes, it was. It was in the 1 hour here. Look. And I thought, like, oh, this is a good confidence. Lowest, highest time frame fair value get below. And it closed here. And if you look in, literally just missed it. And so didn't enter in this. And if I did enter, I would have targeted this 4 hour. And gone break even at the previous session low. And so it would have been a loss. But I didn't take that because it wasn't actually a valid trade at all, which is good. But I think the main thing to learn is one, psychological, like, just stick with it. It's so tough taking all these losses all the time, but I know that, like, eventually it will pay off. And on my funded account, like, I need to start managing risk better. I think I may only do 1% risk trades because I'd rather be in it for the long run than just constantly just risking 2.5% and then blowing an account in 3 days because you've had 3 losses in a row. Which, I mean, this model from the YouTube we got it from claims it's like a 75-80% win rate. So the fact that I'm getting 3 losses in a row is like, what? 1 in 125. Is that right? Fuck, I don't know. So maybe I'm just trading it wrong. But I think a lot of this, like, daily bias and stuff has been tough. And price action has been kind of tough. But I think we're going to try trade a bit of NASDAQ this week. And see how we ever go at that. And I don't know, maybe we just fully trade over to futures. Just because I feel like gold's so influenced by macro effects, and like how much can price action and technical analysis really give you if there's so much sentiment around it. Whereas futures just seems like that's what all the big people trade. But I don't really know. Just another day, another loss. Just fucking terrible to say, but just trading it tomorrow, wake up again, repeat, and just stick at it. Because I feel like you just can't give up. So just keep on going till it works, I guess. But now situation, more to work on. Just like be sensible. Stop chasing stuff. Like, we don't have to take a trade every day. Going off a 3-minute inversion as well. Like, just wait for a 5 or 15-minute. Like, if there isn't one, just move on with your day. But we'll see how it goes over the next week, and hopefully we can catch some dubs and go back in the green. But we'll see. So far, November has not started off well. October is really, really good, but November started off kind of shaky. But that's how every month is for me. First 2 weeks I'm on ropes, and then the last 2 weeks I pull it back. So we'll see. But yeah, chat to you in a bit.